Hello, hello, hi, folks. Welcome. Happy Friday. In hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. Welcome. I know it's late. Um, it's late. I had fallen asleep on the couch, and I had not fallen asleep on the couch. It's been a while. It's been actually a while. So welcome as you're joining me live. If you're joining, so somebody actually joined. If you're here, let me know who's here. I'd love to know who's here, who's not here. If you're up, you're gonna love that. What? T Money, where you at? Oh, you're gonna love this live. You joined right at the right time, brother man. What's going on? What are you doing up? Very nice. Um, I'm gonna make this quick. Leadership comes from anywhere. You know, some people say it comes from the top, it comes from the bottom, it comes from the left, it comes from the right. I'm here to tell you leadership can come from anywhere. And the reason why I say that is because anybody can become a leader at any given point, right? You can be a follower most of your life and then boom, something happens and you decide to become that person, right? You become that leader, right? So you can, it doesn't have to be the fact, it doesn't have to be that you're at the top and now you're a leader. It doesn't have to be that you're at the bottom or you're at the left or at the right. Um, yeah, that's funny. Dude, there was all kinds of stuff going on in the background tonight. We had all kinds of stuff making noise in the background. I had coyotes and some kind of bird was doing some because I couldn't. Maybe it was the owl. Now that I think about it, maybe it was the owl. But anyway, let's get back into this because I'm about to pass out. Um, Leadership can come from anywhere. I'm going to give you a live example, right? So yesterday I had a chance to speak to Verizon Wireless. My phone has been acting up kind of weird a little bit. It's been heating up a lot. I don't know if you can, if you have that issue with your iPhone, and this is iPhone 13 Pro. So it's been heating up and it's going from like there was a pursuit this long. Wow, did I find the guy? I saw somebody not being found, but so I'm talking to them, right? So and I like this company. I've been with them for, I don't know, 20 plus years, right? I haven't switched. And I know they're more expensive, but I feel like it's worth that pay, right? So I'm having issues with the phone. So I figured, you know what? Let me see if I have any room to, I don't know, upgrade or turn this in and get the other one, you know, trade this in. And it's still on the highway? No way. That is a long. Okay, I'm gonna, I'm gonna kill this quick, and then we'll go watch it together. Um, so, Team Money, stop. It's funny. So, yeah, I'm talking to Verizon, right? So I'm thinking, you know what? Maybe I have room to trade this in and get the other one, right? And that's fun. Yeah, exactly. So, and I had got this phone about a year and a half ago. So I figured maybe I have some room, right? She comes on the phone and she's so nice, right? So I tell her, "You're so nice, you're super nice, so helpful. Thank you. Is there any charge?" And she goes, "There's no charge." Okay. And this is about maybe 10 minutes into the call, right? And again, she sends me, you know, she goes over the color and this and that. And oh, I wanted to trade in. She said you can trade in with an iPhone 14 Pro and don't have to pay anything. Your bill will go up like $14 or $15 or something like that. And I said, oh, okay, that's I'll do that. I'm okay with that. And so anyway, so I keep asking her, is there any fee? Nope, no fees. I don't see anything here. Okay. So she sends me this agreement to sign, right? I'm gonna make this really short because this was not a short thing. She sends me this agreement to sign, right? So and I keep telling her I don't there's no place for me to sign. There's no place for me to accept the terms and conditions. So I don't know what I can't see anything. It's telling me there's a bill. I gotta pay this. There's a certain amount that I had to pay. And she kept saying, nope, there's no pay, there's nothing to pay, this, that, just click this and click this. I said, I can't click anything. So she transfers me to somebody else. This is after an hour on the phone. She transfers, and that person is like lost. Like I'm talking Swahili, right? That person is like, what are you talking about? I'm like, we're trying to complete a transaction, and I'm supposed to click on accepting terms and conditions, and I don't see it. And he's like completely clueless, like completely, like I'm talking like he's sitting in Mars or something. It's like completely lost, right? So and when she's transfers me to this guy, she gets disconnected. I'm like, oh my god, after an hour. And then she sends me a text saying, hey, I'm gonna call you back in 5 minutes. I'm like, oh great customer service, right? So anyway, she gets back on the phone. She goes, no, the guy couldn't help. We go through somebody else, couldn't help. Now we're into about an hour, 45 minutes into the call. Okay. I got crap to do. I got stuff to do. I did not want to be on the phone for 2 hours with Verizon, you know. Anyway, my point is about to come. So after about an hour 45, she comes back. She goes, "Can you hold on a second? I'm gonna check something." I go, "Sure." She comes back. She goes, "Yeah, you gotta pay 352.53." I'm like, "Wait, what?" She goes, "Yeah, you gotta pay 352.53." I go, "Does that even like make any sense? Like we've been on the phone for 2 hours. I've asked you like 18 times, and you said there's no fees, there's no charge. Why would I stay on the phone with you if there was like if I were supposed to pay $352? Like, have you thought about that? Like, what would be the point? Why would I stay on the phone with you? You should have told me this in 10 minutes. Here's my point. She comes back, she goes, I didn't know. When I went to my supervisor said, oh, this is an early this, and now there's this new policy, what have you, and he's got to pay this. And I said, okay. Well, if you would have told me this like 10 minutes into the call, I would have said, oh, thank you so much. You have a great day. I appreciate that, but I'm not interested. But 2 hours later, I really don't appreciate that. You can't do that to people. You can't see. And she kept saying, "Oh, I apologize." I said, "You know what? The funny thing is, we've been programmed all our lives to say, "Oh, I apologize," and then everything's supposed to be okay, isn't it? You tell people, "Oh, I'm sorry," and like everything's supposed to be just like I say, "Kumbaya." Everything's okay. Everything's just wiped out. Just because you said, oh, I'm sorry, oh, I apologize, right? So she keeps saying, I apologize, and then she goes, I apologize for the inconvenience. I said, all right, I'll tell you what, I got a question for you. I know your manager ain't gonna do crap. I kept pushing. Nothing. There's nothing we can do. There's nothing we can do. I said, there's people that are going to the moon for like $4 million. They're literally buying a ticket to go to the moon, and you're literally telling me. Anyway, I said 2 points here. I'm gonna address. One, I said You're saying you apologize. You probably say that to like 100 people a day. But you're telling me you're apologizing and you're very sorry for the inconvenience this may have caused me. And she goes, yes. I go, could you explain like what that means? And then there's this silence. She goes, what do you mean? I go, exactly. What do you mean you're sorry about the inconvenience this has caused me? Like, what do you know? What inconvenience do you think this has caused me? Explain that to me. Humor me. You kept me on the phone for 2 hours. I said, you know how you asked me to log into my account? And at one point, and you may know this with a lot of accounts, it's like this. At one point, you got to click in this box that says you're not a robot. And you got to pick like the sidewalk and like bridges and, you know, lights or what have you in these squares, right? You know what I'm talking about, right? I'm not a robot. I told her, I said, have you pressed that? Have you like pressed that? Have you pressed that box that says I'm not a robot? Explain to me what you're apologizing to me for. She goes, for the inconvenience. I go, what does that even mean? Like, explain that to me. What does that mean? So you're telling me right now that you didn't know, and here's what I'm telling you. This is my point here. Leadership comes from anywhere. See, if you're a leader, you don't leave everybody else in the dark. For this poor girl to get crap out of me because of the leaders, and I told her this, I said, you know what? I used to run a sales force, few of them, okay? If my guy treated a customer like you treated me, and then my guy came to me as the manager, and I told him, well, nothing we can do, I would have fired that guy that day, that moment, for wasting somebody's 2 hours and not having zero, like you have no understanding of what just happened. You say this all day to everybody. Oh, I apologize. That's what you do. You're in customer service. That's what you do. You apologize to people all day for somebody else's what? Mistake. That's what you do. You're programmed all day. I apologize for the inconvenience. Okay. And somebody is supposed to say what? Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. Can I call you tomorrow and you waste another 2 hours of my time? Because, you know, you just apologized and you're so sorry for the inconvenience. Here's the major point about leadership, okay? Doesn't matter if you're leading a sales team. Doesn't matter if you're leading your family. Doesn't matter if you're leading your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your spouse, your significant other, your dog. It doesn't matter. Here's the major point with leadership. You need to be as transparent as you possibly can. Why in the world would you hold that information from your front row people, the people that come in contact with customers? Why would you hold that information? That, listen, if somebody calls and this is what they go through and this is an early this, policies change, they got to pay this. Why would you keep that? How are you a leader? Are you like storing that for like a rainy day or something? Like, how many of those 2 hours have you wasted? I asked her that. I said, how many of these 2 hours have you wasted? And you just say, yeah. Like, seriously. How many of these have you wasted? I would have got off the phone. You kept me on the phone because you kept saying, look, I see $0 on this side. I don't know what you're talking about. That's why that's why I stayed on the phone. At any moment you would have said, nope, you're right. It's 352.53. You got to pay that. I'd be like, well, you have a great day. See ya. You're the one who kept me on the phone. And then you're the one who just says, oh, I'm sorry for the income. Oh. And I'm supposed to say, oh, okay, well, you just have a great day, ma'am. Right? So if you're supposed to lead, first of all, be very transparent with your front people. Why would you hide information? Why would you hold back information? Any kind of information. It doesn't matter what it is. People are not gonna want to lead, or they don't. They're not gonna want to follow you if you're just gonna be like this person that is not transparent. It's not truthful. It's not straight up. It's not there to attack the day. It's not there to, hey, stay back. I got this. You know, if you're not that kind of a person to be there for your crew, and I told her, I said, is he listening to this call? I want him to be listening to this call. Right? So if you're supposed to lead, it doesn't matter. Like I said, if you're leading your cat, your dog, your bird, whatever it is, you don't want to hold stuff back, right? You want to be transparent. You want to just be straight up, right? The more transparent you are, the more genuine it's going to be. And it's not going to be like this punch in, punch out kind of a job. It's going to be just natural, right? Just because it's that kind of it's the practice that you do every day, right? Oh, nice. That's crazy. So I hope you got some love. Obviously, Team Money and I want to go watch this chase, I guess. Hopefully, you guys got some love. I'm telling you, if you come across these situations where where you have the chance to be transparent, to be right up in the front row with your crew, please don't miss those, because then they're gonna take the heat and it's gonna come back to you. So that's all I'm saying. I'm saying, you know what? Don't miss those chances to stand tall with your crew, to be transparent, to give them feedback, to give them information, to give them stuff so they can have a successful day, week, month, paycheck. Why would you hold info? It's holding somebody back from their success, is what I'm trying to tell you. Why would you? That's a corporate world, baby. They keep all kinds of stuff, right? So hopefully you guys got some love, some inspiration, some value. I do appreciate Verizon still. Didn't like this whole thing, but you know what? I'm a Verizon guy. So anyway, drop your thoughts, your comments below. If you have any of that stuff happen, let me know. I'd love to know, how'd you handle it? So with that, until tomorrow, when we do it all over again, much love.